So over at warframe.com slash, the link for this will be in the description below because it's planes dash of dash Eidolon dash update. Yeah. They've actually said it is coming to PC next week, targeting consoles in November. If everything goes the way it normally does, it will be early to mid-November, but either way, it's nice to see them actually including a release date for consoles rather than just coming soon. Usually it would just be coming next week. They wouldn't say to PC and targeting consoles. Glad to see that. Wow. It cycles for every 100 minutes of beautiful sunshine. And then there's 50 minutes of haunted night. That's just the day and night cycle that was already known. Protest the... yep, that's just taking on enemies. Then there is Become an Eidolon Hunter. New glass hammer, new glass spear looking thing, somebody in an arc wing. Just realised this doesn't record my mouse, so pointing at these makes no difference. The image shows an Eidolon walking around, and the Warframes down there in the bottom right have got some of the new weapons, apart from the one that has the Cernos there. Then of course there is more information about travelling using the Arcwing by air, exploring the plains. Basically, it's the resource farming side of it, the mining part, the weird thing. Little bit more information about the town. Not really a great deal. It actually looks better from this angle than it does actually walking around the town. I'm hoping there's, even if there's just a lookout tower so you can turn around and look over the whole town, that would be great because the town is huge and it looks kind of maze type from everything I've seen of it so far, so that's a bit of a shame. As you can see here from one of the vendors, this was the guy doing the mining if I remember rightly, with that Ayatan sculpture and other resources there. You can see this market stall next to him is kind of on an angle, so the roads are everywhere, and like this one is tucked away in a corner, and that's what I would like to see from above. Of course, crafting your own weapons is coming. Naming your weapons which you craft, they did say they will be adding that, so whether that works or not, I don't know, but there is a lot more information here about that. There was actually, I was looking earlier and there was an image showing it, so that must be further down. More information on Gara, as I mentioned yesterday. This is the new Warframe and her abilities. You can actually see in action that glass wall. Oh, that is... oh, I cannot wait to try this frame out. I've been hyped for frames before, but yeah, looking really forward to that. Of course, seeing more of the abilities here, with the first one being the long glass sword, the second one being the glass parts come off her and go around. They've actually got proper names to it. It's the third ability I can't figure out. Yeah, I cannot pronounce that for stink. It makes decoys that they attack and it'll deal damage to them. The fourth ability is a combination of Frost's Bubble and Nova's Molecular Prime. My two most used frames and abilities. That is why I'm kind of hyped for this frame, as well as Focus 2.0. This is going to be huge. Then of course, I mean, there is more information on this coming when the update comes out. For now, it just looks like it's going to be huge for the focus system. But then of course there is the weapons, the primary weapon. This is where the stats came into it. Of course these are subject to change, hence the bit down here that says test balance stats. I'm hoping it at least records the fact that I highlighted that. Then there is the glass hammer, the Volnus. Pretty quick attack speed. I was going to say attack and I was going to say quick and it came out quack speed, but never mind. Pretty decent crit chance, multipliers not so good. Status is, wow, 32%, that is huge. Doesn't seem to be that high on the damage numbers. Some of the other hammers have got, I think it was 100 on at least one that I can think of, I couldn't tell you which one that was, that it seems more of a balanced hammer than just straight up built for one or the other. So that could be another decent melee. There is, of course, the secondary, which to me still looks like throwing glass at people, and that's, yeah, don't throw glass at people, that's not a good thing to do. But, I mean, come on. Just from that image there, that weapon looks pretty sick. And to be fair, I'm hoping that the different weapons, you can see he's holding one in Excalibur's hand that looks different to the rounded one that's actually in the holster. I don't know if that's something that's going to stay or not, but I kind of prefer the round ones to the square ones. The damage on these, wow, actually, they may not be throwing weapons because it's got a semi-auto mode. No, not to go outdone, there's also a Grenier assault rifle, which, has full auto and semi-auto. The crit seems really good on both sides of this. The magazine stays pretty much the same. The fire rate obviously quicker in full auto. Status is the same. Damage seems to be a little bit higher on the semi-auto. But again, test specs. Then there is a new... I know this is... Oh. This is the, like, the dark, dual dark sword thing. You can have it as a single or a dual. I just saw that and thought, can we finally have a weapon where they release the single-handed version and the dual-handed version at the same time? So you build one and you use the one and then you use that to craft the second one to see what the second one's like. That would be pretty cool. Or it's one sword that you can split, so it's two swords, which, for the record, that is actually a thing that already exists. Attack speed doesn't look that bad. Damage-wise, mainly slash damage on these. Again, the dual has more status than the single, which it usually does. The crit is really low for the dual, but high on the single. Wow. Yeah, new mods. These mods look like they're going to be useful, and you actually get them as a reward for doing bounties in Certus. So Certus is going to be more useful, especially with mods like pistol plus 80 damage. Primary plus, oh wow, primary plus crit chance. Yeah, that could make the Soma a bit overkill. Obviously different mod sets for maybe different people. Melee plus 40% crit damage. Warframe plus 160% health. Yeah, these mods are going to be insane. Of course, these are their max stats, not their dropping stats. Then, of course, they are showing off Mag's deluxe skin. This thing looks sick as well, because the elbows and the shoulders aren't adjoined to the rest of her, as well as the whole Twitch thing. So this is actually cramp. I didn't expect it to be that many weapons. There's 5 weapons. Wow, 2 melee, 2 primary, and I think that's a secondary. It doesn't actually say. It's same as I'm kind of assuming that's a primary because he's holding it in both hands, same as he is with this one. That's a rifle. Damn, that is a lot of content that's going to come, and it finally has. I am not going to say an exact release date, but it says that it's coming next week. This is great. There's no more guesswork here. As well as there is the whole retail preview of the #1 Warframe comic, or the Warframe comic #1, which I do kind of regret not actually picking that up. But anyway, link for this page will be in the description if you want to come and read that or read through all of these in a little bit more detail. Anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch yous. Where is she? Ah, there she is. Next time.